Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Good afternoon from WKYT News. I'm Bill Bryant.
11 days after he disappeared, a hiker lost in the Wolfe County woods has been found alive. Josh Atkins disappeared after a family camping trip August 1st.
Rescue teams from several different communities spent days searching for him, but they found nothing. But just before noon today, Wolfe County Search and Rescue told us a driver spotted Atkins walking along the mountain parkway this morning. Rescuers tell us he told them that he had been roaming the area for the entire time, surviving on his own, and he had barely eaten. We have a crew en route to Wolfe County. We'll have the latest in our stories coming up on WKYT.com and beginning on air on WKYT News at 4. It has been nearly 4 months since indictments were handed down in one of the largest bourbon theft rings in state history.
This afternoon, 7 people charged with stealing more than $100,000 in bourbon from Buffalo Trace and Wild Turkey distilleries will go back in front of a judge. The hearing comes as even more stolen bourbon was recovered just last night. WKYT's Victor Puente is in Frankfort with an update on the case. It's our top story at 12:30.
The docket for today's hearing lists 7 people charged in this case, including one who's already pleaded guilty. This comes as the sheriff's office continues to recover barrels of stolen bourbon. The amount of bourbon being held as evidence in this case continues to grow. Sheriff Pat Melton says they took in 2 more barrels last night. They're up to 22 barrels of bourbon and almost 30 bottles of expensive Pappy Van Winkle bourbon. Today's hearing is for engaging in organized crime. The man police say was the ringleader, Gilbert Kurtzinger, and his wife, Julie, are listed along with 5 others. That includes Dusty Atkins, who pleaded guilty last week to criminal conspiracy to receive stolen property. The sheriff says people who bought those barrels have been cooperative with the investigation, and they believe more are out there.
You're much better off to come in now and cooperate and turn that in. Right now, the Commonwealth Attorney is not going to pursue any charges. If you cooperate with it, you'd be considered a cooperating witness.
3 other people have already pleaded guilty in this case. That includes 2 men who admitted to receiving stolen property and a woman who was working as a security guard and said she was paid $800 to look the other way as that bourbon was carried out. In Franklin County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Victor, thank you. And the sheriff has said all of the bourbon not in sealed containers will have to be destroyed. New details this midday in an eastern Kentucky murder. Court documents reveal that the victim was killed as part of a murder-for-hire plot. Thomas Miracle pleaded not guilty to solicitation to commit murder in Clay District Court this morning. The sheriff's office says he hired Roscoe Henson to kill Trevor Dykes. Dykes was shot and killed back in July as he was leaving his home to go to work in the Goose Rock community. The sheriff's office is still working to locate and arrest Henson.
Have to remind yourself it is still August, but it feels a lot more like September today. Below average highs could be sticking around for a few days. Now, there's one thing that we won't be having to deal with for a while, and that is rain, like we saw so much of this summer. Meteorologist Micah Harris is in our First Alert Weather Center tracking these fall-like conditions.
It does feel really good outside. We're sitting in the mid to upper 70s right now, and honestly, we'll finish off in the upper 70s. I would give it maybe 3-4 more degrees, and that's about it. So the way it feels outside at this very moment, the way it looks is basically what we're going to be dealing with the rest of the afternoon. We'll finish off right around 78 to about 81, 82 degrees, kind of depending on where you are. Southern zones will be in the lower 80s, but the rest of us upper 70s. Extremely nice during the evening. I mean, it's one of those nights or one of those evenings that you just want to be outside. If you're going to cook some dinner inside or cook it outside, try to take it out on the patio. You'll absolutely love it. Hey, don't forget this. It's kind of cool. Overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, got the meteor shower going on. I'll really get into those details and also what you can expect as we head throughout not just tomorrow afternoon, but also throughout your weekend with all those festivals coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Micah, thank you. And so it was a great day as far as the weather's concerned for students headed out for the first day of school.
Fayette County is one of multiple school districts that returned to the classrooms today. And some students got a big surprise before even getting to school. New school superintendent Manny Kalk rode the bus this morning with students headed to Mary Todd Elementary. Kalk says he can't think of a better way to kick off the new school year.
A child's first learning environment is the school bus. And so the school bus experience is so important. And what I want to do is be able to ride the bus and see it from a student's perspective and have interact with our elementary students.
Kalk has had a very busy day. He's made stops at several schools this morning, and he has a few more scheduled for this afternoon as well.
All right. Hope it's a great year ahead for the students and everybody else involved. Well, the community is coming together to make sure that a veteran has an honorable funeral. No family has claimed 66-year-old Don Koss's body after he died at the VA hospital back in July. So Ramsey Funeral Home in Lancaster has been stepping up in the last week. They now have his body, and they are giving Koss a funeral with full military rights. That funeral home is getting support from several organizations as well, including local veterans.
We're proud to go do it. It doesn't matter, you know, if there's family there or not, because if not, it's just, to me, it's not very reverent for a guy to get buried and no one there to observe it.
Koss's funeral will be tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the Camp Nelson National Cemetery. They're asking anyone who can come out and line the streets to do that. His body will be transported to the cemetery.
A new Circle Road construction project planned to start today will now be pushed back. State construction crews planned to demolish the Alexandria Drive Bridge on New Circle and put in a new one. That work will now start tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. It's scheduled to run through next week. The speed limit on New Circle will be 45 miles per hour in that zone. Traffic will also be stopped on Alexandria Drive for 15-minute intervals, so keep it in mind. Well, if you're planning to enter a recipe at the State Fair this year, you'd better make sure everything is made from scratch. Signs are posted this year in the Culinary Hall at the Kentucky State Fair, reminding contestants that everything must be homemade. The warning comes after a pie flap last year. The fair stripped a blue ribbon winner of her award after discovering that she used a store-bought crust for her buttermilk pie. That is a no-no.
That's right.
Don't do that.
So the rules are clear, and they're clearly posted now.
Just think from scratch.
Well, fats may increase your risk of death and heart disease, and a common problem that younger women may be facing.
Ebony Williams has the day's top health stories in this Better Living report.
Many younger women may be dealing with pelvic pain that is not being treated. While most women had diagnosed conditions, a National Institutes of Health study found nearly 30% had not been diagnosed with any pelvic problems. Researchers say doctors should ask women if they are having pain, and women should tell their doctors if they are. Trans fats are linked to higher risk of death and heart disease. That's according to a new study in the British Medical Journal. Trans fats are found in margarine, snack foods, and packaged baked goods. The same link was not found for saturated fats, which come from animal products such as butter, milk, meat, and salmon. And scientists at Johns Hopkins say they've developed a method that could make a nasal spray flu vaccine effective for the two groups it's not approved for, children under 2 and adults over 49. Researchers say they are now working with the makers of Flu Mist to develop a better vaccine based on the findings. A new vaccine could be available for testing within a year. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Ebony Williams, CBS News, New York.
Well, a new study found students in the early elementary school years are getting significantly more homework than is recommended by education leaders.
In the worst case, researchers found children in the first grade had up to 3 times the homework load recommended. A study by several organizations and universities, including Brown University, was published in the American Journal of Family Therapy. Watch that homework.
All right. It's an interesting story there as the new year is beginning. Well, we hope you'll keep it here on WKYT News. Recipes from your favorite cookbooks come alive before your very eyes. We'll have details about the Morris Bookshop's Pen to Plate dinner series.
Also, the Kentucky State Fair kicks off next week. We'll tell you what animals you can see and what goes into getting them ready.